And good morning. This is the Home-Based Business Success Podcast. Today's topic, Ponzi Scheme, Pyramid Scheme, and Network Marketing. What's the difference? All right, and welcome to the show. This is Ralph Lindy of ralphlindy.com and the Home-Based Business Success Podcast. And today we're going to be dealing with a question that I think a lot of people have a little bit of confusion over. I think there actually is a great deal of confusion over this. But what is the difference between a Ponzi scheme, a pyramid scheme, and network marketing, otherwise known as MLM and direct sales? A lot of people don't really know the definitions of these terms, and a lot of people can be very confused. And when they're looking for information on the internet, especially YouTube videos made by marketers that are selling their own programs and products, these marketers will, they'll be disreputable marketers, and they will use that confusion that people have and bend that confusion to their will and just put out disinformation to scare people, confuse people, and make them look like the good guy that's out there trying to prevent the little guy from getting scammed, and end up trying to make sales playing on their fears and their lack of good information. That's not how I operate. I like to get the best information I can out there so that people can make their own informed decisions. So that's what this podcast is going to be about. Just getting the basics. What is a Ponzi scheme? What is a pyramid scheme? What's network marketing? And what's the difference between them, and how do they relate? What are some of the similarities between them? Because this is where people get legitimately confused. And I want to do what I can to help you overcome this confusion so that you can make your own decisions about what you want to do, where you want to go in life. So let's start with number one. Ponzi scheme. Now that one is a good one to start with. It is basically a fraudulent investment scheme where a promoter targets wealthy people and they lure them in with the attraction of making a lot of money, getting a big return on their investment. And they always tend to sell it as being low risk. This is a sure thing. I've got this business system. It is great. All you have to do is give me $10,000, and at the end of 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever it is, you'll get your $10,000 back, and you'll be getting some high rate of interest. The original Ponzi scheme, I forget the gentleman's name, but his last name was Ponzi. But yeah, his fraudulent investment scheme was that he would promise people 50% return on their investment, 50% interest on their investment. I mean, that sounds lucrative as heck. So yeah, a high yield investment that is being sold as being low risk, but in reality, that investment doesn't really exist. Or if it is an investment, it's being highly overhyped, overrated. And what the Ponzi scheme is, it is an unsustainable investment fraud where people are lured in through the attraction of making big, easy money, and almost inevitably, the operator of the Ponzi scheme, at some point in time, they see that the scheme is burning itself out, So they'll just grab the money and run and leave the would-be investors holding the bag. And so, yeah, that's what a Ponzi scheme is, in essence, is an unethical investment fraud in which, people are told, you're investing in a solid, sure thing, but in reality, it's not solid. Oftentimes, that investment doesn't really exist. It only exists, on paper, in theory, but there's nothing substantial backing it. And it's just an unsustainable investment venture where almost everybody loses money, except maybe the top investors, the ones that get in at the very beginning. But everybody else is just left holding the bag, and the perpetrator of the Ponzi scheme walks away with the majority of the money. So that's a Ponzi scheme. Now, a pyramid scheme is similar. Pyramid scheme is kind of like a Ponzi scheme with a compensation plan attached to it. In a Ponzi scheme, the inventor of the Ponzi scheme, the perpetrator, targets wealthy people, and it encourages them to invest their money. What the pyramid scheme is that, again, you're targeting people that have some money, maybe not wealthy people, but folks that have some sort of money, depending on what the scheme is all about. And then you offer them not only a chance to invest in this fraudulent scheme, but you have the opportunity to invite your friends and your neighbors to join in this scheme. And the more friends and neighbors that you get to join you in the scheme, the more money you're going to make. That's the way it's sold. Of course, it's sold as being a sure thing. Again, it's a fraudulent investment, or they're selling a fraudulent product, or overselling a product. And what they do is they say, okay, you can make a lot of money with this. You just have to give me like $500. And then when you bring in your friends and neighbors and they pay their $500, I'll give you $100 commission or something like that. And then at the end of, say, 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, I will pay you back your $500 with interest, maybe $600, $700, some very enticing high number, a very high interest rate, something that should signal the investor that, hey, something's wrong here. This sounds unsustainable. But no, a lot of people will be lured in by the attraction of easy money. And then after they've made their initial investment, some folks will be kind of leery of a pyramid scheme. And so they'll try it out for a month or two. And then once they get paid back, they pay in their $500. A lot of times, if they're getting in on the pyramid scheme in the early days of its inception, they will actually get some of their money back. They'll get their $500 back plus $100 interest, and that will convince them to think, oh, hey, this is legit. They won't be thinking in terms of, is this sustainable in the long term? But they'll think, hey, this is legit. I can make money on this. So, yeah, they'll reinvest that $600, thinking that they're going to be getting like $750 back. And they'll be bringing in their friends and neighbors in. And they'll be saying, hey, this is a great deal. This actually pays. I've been in it for 30 days and they paid me, so it's got to be legit, right? And, so the pyramid scheme is kind of like a Ponzi scheme. There is no real product involved. It is just a fraudulent investment scheme for the most part. There may be a product attached to it, but it will be a low-quality product or a product that is just so nebulous and airy-fairy that, it could be anything. Instead of a real product, it could just be a concept or an idea, something very intangible. And like the Ponzi scheme, the pyramid scheme is built to fail. It is unsustainable. And what the pyramid scheme, what happens over the course of time in a pyramid scheme is that the investors that come in to the scheme in the beginning, thinking that it may be legit, or knowing that it's not legit, but if they get in soon enough and get out quick enough, they'll be able to make money rather than lose money. See, those investors that get in on it in the beginning will be the ones that make money. And the people that they lure in to the scheme will generally be those people that lose money. They'll be the folks that are left holding the bag when the Ponzi or pyramid scheme closes down, and the owner, the perpetrator of the pyramid scheme, walks away usually with the majority of the money. Some of the early investors will walk away with a portion of the money, and everybody else on the bottom gets left holding the bag. So, yeah, the Ponzi scheme is set up as a fraud that is meant to defraud people of their money. And the pyramid scheme is another fraud, usually investments or selling low-quality products for a really, really overhyped price. And again, people that perpetrate these schemes, they know that they're defrauding people, and they're probably about the only ones who will make money with either the Ponzi scheme or the pyramid scheme. Now, one way that you can spot both a Ponzi scheme and a pyramid scheme is by the language that they use when they're promoting it. You see, what a Ponzi scheme is, it's a fraudulent investment opportunity, and the pyramid scheme, fraudulent investment opportunity with a compensation plan attached to it. And according to the rules of the SEC, and in the United States and in a lot of other countries that have similar rules, if you are promoting an investment opportunity, this opportunity usually has to be registered with the SEC. There are different rules that apply in different ways to different opportunities and different investment type things. And some of the rules can be so complex, not even lawyers really fully understand it. But for the most part, a general rule of thumb is that if it is an investment, if it looks like an investment, if it seems like an investment, if it pays back like an investment, then odds are it is what they call a security, and it needs to be registered with the SEC. So a perpetrator of a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme, they don't want to be investigated by the SEC. They don't want to be applying for a license through the SEC to be verified and be regulated by the SEC because they know it's a scam. So what they do is they tell the people that are promoting the scheme, do not call it an investment. And this is a huge red flag. When you see something that looks like an investment, sounds like an investment, pays back like an investment, but you can't call it an investment, you're probably getting ready to walk into a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme. Because they know if you use the language that this is an investment, then automatically it's going to be falling under the purview, potentially, of the SEC. It's something that has to be registered with the SEC. And they know they can't stand up to that kind of scrutiny. So they try to sell people by saying this isn't really an investment. But again, if it looks like an investment, sounds like an investment, pays back like an investment, and yet the top guys, top girls, whatever, in this scheme say you can't use the word investment, then there's something wrong. That is a huge red flag. That could be tipping you off right there that you're about to walk into a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme, or maybe that you've already walked into a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme, and in which case it's best to just kind of try to get your money back and get the heck out of it. But yeah, that's a basic definition of a Ponzi scheme and a pyramid scheme. Essentially, schemes where money changes hands. No real product is being sold. No real value is being given. It's just money changing hands with the promise that, hey, if you give me X amount of dollars and I hold it, you let me hold it for, a certain length of time, then I will pay you back that money with an incredible amount of interest. And the Ponzi scheme, that's where people invest money. They're not encouraged to share it with their friends and neighbors for further compensation. And the pyramid scheme, just like the Ponzi scheme, fraudulent investment, no real solid products being traded, but it's got a compensation plan attached to it, where if you give me your money, I'll give you that money back with interest, and if you bring me your friends and neighbors and they join, you'll get a cut of that action too. So that's where the pyramid scheme actually looks a little similar to network marketing. Because with network marketing, you're buying something and then you're told, okay, if you bring in your friends and neighbors, if you promote this product, whatever the product is, you will get a cut of that action too. But the big, big, big difference between a solid, legitimate network marketing company and a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme is that with a legit network marketing organization, there is a quality product being sold. And all commissions are generated, not just by bringing people into the company, but commissions are generated through the sales of legitimate products. And not just airy-fairy type products. Sometimes the products can be digital, but that doesn't mean they can't be high quality. If they're digital products that really cost very little to make except the creator's time and effort and knowledge and skills, it can still be of great value because, the creator is sharing those skills with other people. But it can also be a very low quality piece of digital product. But what you have to do in order to really be able to tell the difference between a legitimate network marketing opportunity and a pyramid scheme is to just take some time, check out the company, check out the products, and then ask yourself, okay, do these products look good to me? And actually, I would say take the time to buy some of the products yourself. Use them, get to know them, and then ask yourself, okay, is this worth my money? Is this product that I've just used, is it worth the price I've paid? Is it actually worth more than the price I paid? Is it a good value, or is it just a gold-plated turd? A piece of, shall we say, crap being marketed as gold, and you're encouraged to sell it because they're promising you high commissions. Each network marketing company is going to be different. There are some network marketing companies out there that are good, solid, and legit, and there are others that are just terrible. And for sake of example, I was listening to a YouTube video once from this guy who was promoting this, one-up type company. And it was something where you buy in at the $25 level and you get like 100% commissions back. And how they manage that is you buy in at the $25 level, pay a one-time fee. That one-time fee goes to the company to make the whole darn thing sustainable. But every time you buy the product, the person that refers you makes a $25 commission, and you're told that when you sell that same product, you'll get a $25 commission. So it's a radically high commission rate. But this one guy was promoting it, and of course the entry level was $25, and then I think it goes up to like $100 for the next level, $500 for the next level, $1,000 for the next level, and the upper levels can be in the thousands of dollars. That's how that kind of a scheme works. But this guy was making this video promoting this company, and he was asked a question about the thing that they were selling was training, digital training. And some people had a legitimate question. Is the training high quality? Is this training that we're selling, is it really any good? And this promoter, he laughed at the question. I would take a question like that very seriously. But this promoter laughed at the question and said, man, who cares about the quality of the trainings that we're selling here in this program? We have an incredible compensation package. So that should be our focus, is on the compensation package, and not be asking silly questions about, is this high quality or not? We're being promised a lot of money to promote this stuff. So why care about quality? And that tipped me off right there. That promoter was not in that opportunity to help people. He didn't care about people. He cared about their money and getting their money in his pocket by selling something that he knew was not a very high quality product, but it was being sold with a real high price tag attached to it. And when you see something like that, where the promoter of the opportunity, or whatever it is, laughs at the question of whether or not this is a high quality product or products that we're being asked to sell, that's a huge red flag right there. That could be an indication that what that company is doing, it's not really network marketing, but it's actually more of a pyramid scheme, where people are being lured in by the promise of easy money, big money, but they're being asked to sell either a concept that doesn't actually exist in the real world, or products that are of extremely low quality, like a $10 product being sold for $500 or $1,000. If that's the case, beware of it. But this is what clouds the issue too, is that there are some network marketing companies out there that are selling good, high-quality products. They have a great commission plan. You can earn off of the sales that you make, and if you bring in other associates, you can earn a certain percentage of the commissions that they make and get a cut of the action. And sometimes these commission plans can pay on multiple levels. And they can be legit, or sometimes they can be fraudulent. Each company is different, and you've got to check them out on their own merit. The scam that a lot of unscrupulous marketers will play on people is that they will say that everything in network marketing is a scam. So don't waste your time on network marketing because everything there is a scam. Focus on my opportunity instead. And sometimes the opportunity that they're selling can also be classified as network marketing. So, you got to be very, very careful, because we all know there are scams out there. That's why a lot of good people really want to be careful before they put their money down on anything. Check it out thoroughly. And people should be skeptical, but don't be cynical. The difference between a skeptic and a cynic is that a skeptic is going to say, okay, I'm not going to buy into this 100%. I have my doubts, but I will take a look at it, and if it passes my inspection, I'll go ahead and get into it. So a skeptic is a person that thinks that there could be something unusual or something unbelievable about a certain thing, but they'll actually take the time to investigate it to find out for sure. They just won't prejudge the situation or the product or the company. They won't prejudge it. They'll investigate it first, and then once they've done their investigation, they'll walk away and make their final decision. Is this a scam? Is this legit? What does the evidence say? And a skeptic is a person that's going to be a cynic is a person that is not going to be skeptical. They are people that are just going to prejudge everything. A great example of a cynic was an old guy that I met. He was kind of like the friend of a friend of a friend, and he was on his deathbed, and I was like in my 20s when I met this old man, and he had been divorced 5 times. 5 times he could not keep a wife. And I knew this because he shared that with me. And on his deathbed, he gave me this one piece of advice that I'm glad I did not take. He said, "Boy, do not ever get married. Women are all bad. They just want to take you for everything you got. Believe me, I was married and divorced 5 different times. Don't do that to yourself, son. Never get married." And that was his final words of wisdom that he wanted to impart upon me before he went into the great beyond. And you see, he was being very, very cynical about marriage, about women. I mean, he was prejudging every woman on the planet, saying they're all bad, they're all evil, they are all out to get you. And he based that just on his own failed experience. I mean, he picked out, what could have been a bad wife in the beginning. Maybe he was the bad husband, but of course, accepting responsibility, that's not something a lot of people like to do. We like to blame it on other people, right? But yeah, he had a bad experience once. He had a bad experience twice. And then rather than looking back and thinking, is there something that I'm doing wrong that is causing me to get married and divorced, not just once but twice? He didn't do that. He didn't do any self-reflection. He didn't do any deep investigation into the issue. What he did is he thought, well, I just had 2 bad women. I'm going to try it a 3rd time and see if I can find a better wife. And of course, he tried that 5 different times, married, divorced, and he blamed it on every woman on the planet. He couldn't take responsibility for his own bad choices, so he just blamed every woman on the planet. And that is just coming across with a very cynical attitude. Now, the skeptic would look at that and say, yeah, there are good people in the world, there are bad people in the world, and it's my job to just kind of test things out and find out who are the good people, who are the bad people, and steer away from the bad people and deal with the good people. But yeah, a cynic will usually just operate with the attitude of prejudice. And, it's just like, saying all women are bad or all network marketing opportunities are scams. It's just like saying, all black people are thugs, or all white people are greedy hypocrites, or anything like that. Anytime you make a blanket statement about an entire racial ethnic group, or every woman or every man or every business opportunity out there, anytime you make a blanket statement and apply that to everything under the sun without actually doing any investigation into the matter on your own, what you're doing is you're prejudging. either prejudging something or someone based upon their race, ethnicity, or the business model that they follow. And what you're doing is that you're just prejudging. You're not basing your decisions on facts and taking each individual separately, but you're just judging everybody using the same lens, the same preconceptions, and oftentimes misconceptions, and just saying, okay, everything is trash, so don't even try. And that's the cynic. And the attraction to being a cynic is that it's kind of like a lazy man's religion or a lazy woman's religion, is that you really don't have to do any investigation. If you get burned once, rather than investigating, finding out, okay, is this something that I did wrong? Is this something that this other person did wrong? You just ignore doing all that work, and you just make a snap judgment. All women are bad. All network marketing opportunities are scams. All black people are bad. All white people are hypocrites. Whatever it is. It is just prejudice. And what I encourage people to do, be armed with the facts, investigate different companies using, just a fair and open mind, but also, be skeptical. If they're promising you a great deal, then they'd better be able to back up those claims. And if they can back up those claims, then that could be a solid, legitimate company. But if they're making high, huge claims, and then you ask them a question, a reasonable question, like what are the quality of your products, and they laugh at you, and they say, who cares about quality? Just look at the compensation plan. Well, just use your common sense. That is probably a pyramid scheme. At best, it is a network marketing scheme that is on the path to becoming very, very disreputable, and something that you should steer clear of. But not all network marketing opportunities are pyramid schemes. They may look somewhat similar, but the thing that sets them apart is going to be that the good network marketing companies are going to have high quality products. And they may even offer a money-back guarantee, like a 60-day money-back guarantee or a 30-day money-back guarantee, that if you buy this product, try it out, and if you don't like it, just send us back the empty package and we'll send you back the money. I mean, that is a sign of a potentially very good company. But you got to check it out. What are the products that they sell? If there's no product really attached to it, then run away from it. But if there's a product attached to it, and all commissions are based on the sale of the products, then look at the quality of the product. Is it a great quality product, high quality product, being sold at a fair price, a reasonable price? It may be high ticket, but just ask yourself the question, is this worth the high ticket price? And if it is, then chances are that's a good network marketing company to work with. But you got to do your own investigation. And I would even suggest going the extra mile and using the products that they offer yourself, so that way from your own personal experience that the product is good and solid and reputable, and then you can be recommending it to other people with a clear conscience and not with any reservations whatsoever. If you just get in there and start marketing stuff without actually using the products, then how do you know it's good? You read a review on Google, you saw a guy review it on YouTube, you heard a podcast about it. Well, how do you know they're telling you the truth? Your own personal experience should be your final guide. Take the first step take that last step, actually. Do your research. Listen to the opinions of other people. But then, use your common sense and see for yourself by actually using the product whether or not this is a good deal. And then, especially if they have a 30-day money-back guarantee or a 60-day money-back guarantee, it's something where you can try it risk-free like that. Definitely avail yourself to that opportunity. And if you find you're getting bit, if you find it's low quality, then walk away from it. And you can walk away from it feeling good. If you get into the habit of just promoting stuff to take advantage of an incredible compensation plan, but you end up marketing stuff that is very low quality, that's not a good feeling. I hate doing any kind of marketing where I'm asked to recommend a product that is low quality, cheap, crappy, you name it. And that's why when I'm promoting something, I don't jump in all at once in the very beginning. I check it out. I test it out. I give it some time. If I get in there and I start using the products and I like the products and the compensation plan looks sustainable, I do the math, I crunch the numbers, I ask myself, okay, is this sustainable over the long term? And has this company been around for a few years? Or is this just a new startup company? The thing about Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes, especially the ones on the internet, are that they tend to burn themselves out rather rapidly. In my experience so far, I've seen a lot of pyramid schemes go bust within 2 to 3 years. And so I'll take a look at the history of the company and then see if it's been around for more than 3 years. I'll think, okay, this might be a good risk. But it is a risk no matter what. And that's the job of the entrepreneur, is to evaluate the risks that you're going to be taking promoting one thing or another and look at the reward that you're going to be getting. But also what I would add to that mix would be to make sure that you're promoting something that is high quality and don't just be promoting a gold-plated turd. I'm going to take a break right now because my voice needs it. But then after the break, we're going to talk about my final topic, and that is something that I call the scam-busting con artist scam. And this is a big scam that a lot of people unfortunately fall for, and something that I would suggest you look out for when you're checking out one company or another company online. So let's take a break. I got a song here by Mike Goudreau, or is it Mike Goudre? My French is not very good. But the song is She's Spreading Rumors. And yeah, a little reminder, don't believe everything you hear.
Mama, she's spreading rumors all over town. Well, she's a gossiping mama, she's spreading rumors all over town. Be careful what you do or say, 'cause when she hears word gets around. Hey, Uncle Joe went out all night long, wife and kids visiting mom. Hey, but Uncle Joe was cool and he did no wrong. Then a rumor spread like a hit song that Uncle Joe messed around wasn't so true. Well, now what's wants a poor man to do? She's a gossiping mama. She's spreading rumors all over town. Be careful what you do or say, 'cause when she hears word gets around. Living from the sweat from his brow. Yeah, that's all he ever knew. Anyhow, baby, you know who said where'd he get all that cash? Well, now the tax man is checking his trash. She's a gossiping mama. She's spreading rumors all over town. Oh, be careful what you do or say, 'cause when she hears word gets around, yeah, it gets around.
Oh yeah, okay, this is Ralph back with our final topic of the day, and that is the scam-busting con artist scam. And okay, what do I mean by that? Well, the scam-busting con artist scam is when a person comes across on the internet or even face-to-face and convinces you that they are the good guy, or they are the good woman, and they are trying to save you from being scammed by all the evil, greedy people out there. And they set themselves up as being the ones that have done the research. They are the authority on what's a scam and what's not. And they will proceed to tell you that everything under the sun is a scam. There's some people that are very obvious about this tactic, and there are some people that are more clever about this tactic. And what got me thinking about this and wanting to do a podcast about this is a video I watched from this one guy that was, trying to tell people about an opportunity that he had, quote, I'm using air quotes, investigated, and he concluded that it was a scam, and then he began to muddy the water, not really give people good, accurate information, but give, his own opinion and mixed with misinformation. And what he did that really opened my eye and convinced me that this guy was in fact a con man, a con artist, is that he was talking about what is a pyramid scheme and what's network marketing. And he said, well, what a network marketing, the difference between a pyramid scheme and a network marketing opportunity is that a network marketing opportunity is a pyramid scheme that hasn't been exposed yet. And so, yeah, he was falling into that trap of saying that everything in network marketing is a scam. So don't trust them, trust me, because I'm the good guy here. I'm trying to save you from making a bad investment, and take a look at me and my company, because my company is the only legitimate way to make money online. That's more or less what they will insinuate, if not just come right out and say. And some of these guys and gals are pretty slick. They're pretty crafty. They know how to twist things around, mix truth in with falsehood, turn information into misinformation, and they know exactly how to play on your fears and use your fear to manipulate you and guide you in accordance with their will. Again, just like the people that run a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme, the scam-busting con artist scammer doesn't actually care about you. They care about getting your money. And how they do that is that they pose as the good guy or the good woman. And they say that, I'm here to help guide you, to help give you some good information, to lead you through this minefield of scams that we see on the internet. And that part of their pitch is partially correct. Yeah, partially correct. There are a lot of scams on the internet. That's why we have to be careful and investigate things fully and thoroughly before, you start jumping into it with both feet. But the falsehood is that they end up saying that everything out there is a scam except for me, my product, my opportunity, my company. And they try to convince you that, okay, everything else is bad, I am good, trust no one except for me. And when you fall into that mind trap, you are setting yourself up to be manipulated by a Jedi master marketer. Something to be very careful of. Oh my God, the poster child for this kind of marketing scam was Ethan Vanderbilt. Not his real name, but he had a website. He had a very popular YouTube channel before it got busted and taken down. But on his website and in his YouTube videos, everything that he reviewed, he ended up calling out as a scam. And he had reviewed probably in excess of 60 different companies and individuals and called them all out saying, yes, in my opinion, this is a scam. If you want to make money online, click down below. You'll find out how I do it. And this is not a scam. So everything else is a scam, but I'm not a scam, so don't be scammed. Click on the link and see what I'm into, blah, blah, blah. And that, in incense, he was a lot smoother about doing it than I was just now. But that, in essence, was what he would do. And he called out everything as being a scam. Everything from Amway to the Better Business Bureau, believe it or not. He must have gotten bit by the Better Business Bureau because he called that out as being a scam. And Robert Kiyosaki he called out as being a scam. And Robert Kiyosaki is a entrepreneur that I've studied for quite some time now. I've got a lot of his books. I'm not really interested in real estate, but I love the way that he talks about, mindset and looking out for opportunities, and he's branching out now into network marketing. So, I think he's an incredible powerhouse of an entrepreneur, very inspirational, very motivational. But according to Ethan Vanderbilt, Robert Kiyosaki is a scam. So that is one small example, actually a huge example, of the scam-busting con artist scam. And the thing to watch out for, is that the scam-busting con artist scammer, they may be promoting a scam product themselves, or they may be promoting a very good product, but using dishonorable and disreputable ways to promote that product. In the case, again, of Ethan Vanderbilt, one of his big opportunities that he was promoting was Wealthy Affiliate. And back in, I think it was about 2014 or so, I was kind of questioning Wealthy Affiliate, and I happened to come across Ethan Vanderbilt. And at first, I liked his YouTube channel. I liked the way he presented himself. I liked the way that he claimed that he had done his research and had done his investigation. And clearly, by listening to him, he had done some of his footwork. He had done some of his investigation. And yes, to his credit, he did. He called out some opportunities as being scams that actually were scams. But then when I heard him starting to call out every single opportunity as a scam, except for Wealthy Affiliate, well, my BS detector just went off. And I just looked at it and I thought, he cannot be telling the truth. Everything under the sun can't be a scam. I'm skeptical, but I am not that cynical that I'm going to believe that load of manure. So I thought to myself, if Ethan Vanderbilt is recommending Wealthy Affiliate, that's probably something I need to run away from at full speed. Warp speed. Kick it in, Mr. Sulu. No, and so I could have joined Wealthy Affiliate back in 2015. But because of the dishonorable, negative marketing tactics being used by Ethan Vanderbilt, I decided I was going to stay away from that. And it was another 3 years, really, until I decided to give Wealthy Affiliate an honest shot. And I've read some other reviews, seen some other videos made by other people talking about what Wealthy Affiliate had, what they had to offer, the tools that they had, the lessons and trainings that they had, the classrooms that they had, and what I could stand to gain from Wealthy Affiliate. And they were doing it in a very positive way, and for me, that attracted me. And I thought, I can't judge the company on the basis of one bad marketer alone. I've got to give this a try. I got to jump in there and try it for myself. And they offered a 7-day free trial, so I jumped in there, took the 7-day free trial back in 2018, and I just saw so much quality with that program that I decided after 24 hours, the second day of my 7-day free trial, I decided, what the heck, I want to join as a premium member, and I upgraded to premium. And I've been a member of them ever since. And just a company that I can't say enough good about. But the way that Ethan Vanderbilt was marketing it, it just did a disservice, really, to the company, to the opportunity. So when you run across people that are using that scam-busting con artist scammer way of appealing to people, do not automatically assume that what they are selling is BS. They are using BS to sell the product, but the product itself could be quite lucrative, quite legit, quite high quality, and very useful. But again, don't don't trust the messenger when they say that I'm here to save you from yourself, and don't automatically assume that a bad messenger is automatically selling a bad product. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But again, never prejudge. Be skeptical, but don't be a prejudiced cynic about business, really about anything in life. One of my favorite quotes from the Christian Bible is, test everything, retain what is true. But yeah, test everything for sure. So yeah, do your own research, check companies out. Don't automatically trust somebody when they say, hey, trust me, I'm trying to save you from yourself. And just do your own research. Use the reviews that you see online to get you started in the right direction. But yeah, question everything and test everything. And just use your own common sense and ask yourself, okay, is this person really looking out for my own good? Or are they just looking for creative ways to grab my money and put my money in their pockets? And if a marketer is just trying to get your money and doesn't really care about you, then that's somebody you really don't want to be messing with, in my opinion. In my opinion. And that's all I do here on this podcast, people. Give my opinion on certain things, on certain questions that come up, and try to give you the best possible information that I have to help you make your own decisions. Because ultimately, as entrepreneurs, we can go out there, we can listen to the opinions of other people, we can read, we can gather facts, we can gather information at least, and then probe and see what's information, what's disinformation. But at the end of the day, after we've listened to other people, after we've done our research, after we've gathered all the good and bad information alike, at the end of the day, we have to put on our big boy pants or our big girl pants and decide, is this something I want to jump into? And then take responsibility, jump into it with both eyes open, and go for it. But again, what an entrepreneur does, we don't really look for risk-free sure things. We recognize that everything in life is a chance. We're taking a chance with everything. Like that cynical old man that I knew many, many years ago. He had taken a chance on 5 different wives, and he was disappointed 5 different times. But he didn't accept any responsibility. He never thought to think, maybe I'm the a-hole in these relationships. Maybe these other people were the victims, not me. Maybe I was doing something wrong, and they were doing everything right, but I just couldn't see it. But as entrepreneurs, we take chances, we take calculated risks, looking at the risk-reward ratio, and then, we take action, and we take responsibility for our actions. And when we screw up, when we make mistakes, and we all do, we take responsibility for those mistakes, and we work to correct what we've been doing wrong. And we make changes, and we move forward, better equipped, better informed, moving in a better direction. And that's how we work as entrepreneurs. We accept that risk, we accept that responsibility, and we decide whether or not we're going to be ethical or unethical in the ways that we do business. And of course, what I would recommend, if you're doing your own home-based business or thinking about getting involved in your own home-based business, be ethical, be honorable, and don't just be looking for the fast way to make an easy buck. because, yeah, that will lead you down to the dark side of the Force. So, yeah, stay with the bright side, my friends. Look for the sunshine. And with that, I'm going to close out this rather lengthy podcast today with a song by Mike Goudreau, or Mike Goudreau. I need to get better on my French here and kind of flesh that out. But yeah, Mike Goudreau, I think is how we pronounce that, and his jazz band. The song Look for the Sunshine. And until we meet again, folks, take care. Thanks for dropping by, and we will catch you in later episodes.
Sure as the sun will rise tomorrow, it will be a brand new day. My heart won't hurt so bad. Blue skies will chase the rain away. I long to not feel so sad. Just skip and jump on my way. Sure as the moonlight glows so brightly, I'll be feeling fine, I know. I can see that silver lining. It's getting clearer every day. Dark clouds are disappearing. Now I'm sure that I'll be on my way. Time heals all wounds, they say. I think that saying must be true. Just live one day at a time. Your soul will guide you through and through. Sure as the sun will rise tomorrow, I'll look for that sunshiny day. Time heals all wounds, they say. I think that saying must be true. Just live one day at a time. Your soul will guide you through and through. Sure as the sun will rise tomorrow, I'll look for that sunshiny day. Yes, I'll look for that sunshiny day.